Our next wine is from Chateau Ksara. Now, if you were paying attention, Michael did mention this. This was that original Jesuit-founded winery in 1857 in the Bekaa, and it's one of the biggest wineries in the country. They produce about, I think, sort of anything up to 5 million bottles, don't they?
No, 2.5.
Oh, 2.5, sorry. 2.5 million bottles out of 7, yeah? So pretty big. Again, wide number of different varieties. I won't list them all, but they're the usual suspects. Again, the interesting feature here is Tempranillo. And also Syrah. I think that Syrah personally has got a really good future in Lebanon, and that there's possibly, if I may say so, being critical, a little bit too much focus on Cabernet Sauvignon. I'd like to see a bit more Syrah and a bit more of this varieties like Cinsault and Carignan, making the most of those varieties. So very, very historic winery, a French winemaker, and called James Palger, who used to work at Pierre et Lechine, and this is a Chardonnay, obviously, and this does get oak. So this is fermented in new oak and gets 8 months to a year on oak. In oak, sorry, not on oak. For me, if I'm being completely honest, I think the oak is maybe marking the wine a little bit at the moment. But it's quite a young wine, and when we were there, we tasted a lot of wines produced at Chateau Ksara which were aged. They particularly specialise in aged vin doux naturel. They have a wine called Vin d'Or, which is a really interesting wine, and we had a couple of wines going back probably 40, 50 years, Michael, didn't we?
Yeah.
Some very good reds. They're Chateau Red. They've got a very good Chateau Red from the 80s, from 1988, and I think this is a good white wine. I think their speciality, and it was noble of them to show a white wine, would more be in the VDNs and the blended reds. Their blended red has Carignan, Grenache, and Cabernet Sauvignon in it. So if you get a chance to taste that, I think it's over on the stand. Do taste their blended reds too. I think this is a very nice Chardonnay, but I think their blended red is even more exciting to me.